Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is me, the Dollface Gremlin, here on the Dribble podcast with three of Not Move's finest, Tinez, Joe's, and Bando. Start with you. How you doing, Tinez?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How are you doing, boss?
Doing well, thank you, sir. Bando, how you doing?
Been chilling.
And want to welcome for the first time our resident Texan, Joe's, to the Dribble. Welcome, Joe's. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I think we're all doing great. And let's hop right into it. Tinez, I know you wanted to roll right into it and see how everybody feels about what just happened with unlucky Luca. Uh, young guy got injured last night well, 2 nights ago, to the thrashing at the Thunder laid down upon the Lakers. 139 to 96 loss. The Lakers suffered there. That was a statement game. And Tinez, Luca suffered a pretty bad injury.
Yeah, he did. He definitely suffered a bad injury. And honestly, I want to talk more about that game too. Like, I kind of recently watched the game a couple of nights ago. It just wasn't good basketball from the whole team overall. Like, nobody was just doing good in the passing lane. Nobody was doing good when it came to scheme and transition. It wasn't good ball movement at all. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest things. I just feel like Thunder just had much better defense that game. They definitely utilized their defense this game, and it was definitely a statement to show them that hey, we're still the leaders of the East. So I mean the West. Oh my God, excuse me. This is what I get for being a Cavs fan. Oh, anyways, but yeah, no, he definitely recently just withstand a hamstring injury, which I am very disappointed because I definitely saw him being up there in the races for MVP, and now it's not looking like that at all. So it's just unfortunate, especially for him now to go in the end of the season, especially after that long stretch. It just wasn't good ball in my opinion at all.
Yeah, Joe's last night with that loss, there was a lot of ball distribution across the board for the Thunder. If you looked at their scoring, it was just top to bottom. Everybody seemed like they were getting involved. With the loss of Luca, what do you think is going to happen with the Lakers going into the playoffs?
I don't know because like the couple of games that I caught from the Lakers, like don't get me wrong, like they started heating up more at the end of the season, right? But I think Luca really is like a big part of that success because LeBron. It depends on what LeBron you're gonna get that night. And I mean, I can't even name you anybody off the top of my head right now. So I feel like that reflects the state of that team and
Yeah.
the people you can turn to. So I'm nervous for them.
Yeah, and Bando, speaking of LeBron, she brought up a good point. Last night's LeBron against the loss to the Thunder was a pretty bad version of LeBron.
I mean, the man is 41 years old. He's not the same explosive player he was 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. He's not that LeBron anymore, right? But with the Lakers, they're done. They're done. There's no what they're gonna do. They're done. First on exit, they're done. Going afuera, back home, back to the casa.
You're that convinced?
They're done. What else can they do
I
without
agree.
what they gonna do? Austin Reed's gonna do something. Ryu Hachimura's gonna do something. DeAndre Ayton's gonna do something.
I don't mean to put the elephant and drag it to the room, Graham, but let's be completely honest. When have we really seen the Lakers truly consistent for a long period of time in long term situations? That's
Yes,
all I'm
that's
saying.
true.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
true. Yep, that's
And
true.
I'm
I
not
mean, if
saying that just as the star players. I'm talking as a whole team. This whole season.
no, you're right. The whole season has been very up and down. I think what I liked maybe about this last little Lakers run was we finally saw a little bit of defense from Luca. It seemed like he was buying into the JJ Redick system. So I saw maybe a little bit of light, but I tend to agree with you, Bando. It's
Back to
going
the
to be an
casa
uphill
afuera.
battle.
Bye bye.
It's Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for them. They're sitting third though right now, and they're sitting at just right above the Denver Nuggets. So the Nuggets do have an opportunity to climb up and swipe that right from them if they want to. Now, we do have some other games with that in mind going on tonight. And one of them is Miss Joe's team, the Houston Rockets, who are playing the Jazz right now. And at the half, the Houston Rockets have a 69-50 lead. But Joe's, I know you wanted to discuss.
We'll blow a lead. Look, you don't know how it's gonna go to the fourth quarter. Sorry, y'all saw me looking at the South Carolina UConn game. Don Staley and Gino just got into it. That was some crazy stuff to watch. But yeah, no, the Rockets are dysfunctional, right? They're unserious. Katie's a cyber bully. I don't know where Amen been. I guess everybody misses Dylan Brooks. Amen misses his bestie. Shagun again. Like one night he's great, the other night like you just don't know what Shagun you're gonna get. Right. The only thing keeping us together is Reed Shepherd. Like on Rockets Twitter, the whole thing is Reed Shepherd saved my life. Like Reed Shepherd is saving my life right now.
Hey, she's on to something. I said this, Graham. I told you. I said this. That man Reed Shepherd is a bad man. He's a bad man. I'm giving it a couple years. I know people say I'm crazy, but look, just give it 2-3 years. Watch.
He's the only thing holding us together right now.
I don't like what MA is doing to Reed Shepherd for this year because of the lack of point guard play, right? I think he's forcing too much ball handling on Reed Shepherd. That's just my personal opinion. Reed Shepherd's not that guy yet. He can be to handle the ball at some point.
He has the potential in my eyes.
Yeah, but
And Joe's, I tend to agree with you, especially one of the concerns is what happened to the clutch time shooting in the fourth quarter from last year to this year.
I can't tell you. Like, I don't know. I guess everybody just forgot how to shoot. I don't know. Like, we're all depend on a 37-year-old to just do everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, his last 5 games. Last game was a little bit of a tall order for him against the Bucks. Apparently, he struggled a little bit. I didn't get to see much of that game. I only got to read the after card report. So anybody who watched, please fill us in because I did not get to watch that game. I'm just only seeing what KD's numbers put up here today, but he did score 19 points. But then they're on this winning streak right now of 4 games where they've beat some decent teams, one being Bando's Knicks, which they beat a few nights ago in a close game of 111-94. But when it comes to the playoff,
that was not a close game. That was not a close game. It's not a close game.
No.
It's not a close game.
Hey man, I'm trying to just give you a little bit of love here. If you don't want to accept it, then that's fine.
Oh, I will.
But the Knicks lost that game. But heading into the playoffs here, Joe's, where they're sitting at with the Rockets currently number 5, looks like they will, if the current standings are what they are, they're going to face the Nuggets right off the bat in the first round.
Yeah,
or with Luka dropping, you might find yourself facing the Lakers now if they do not get it together without Luka there. And
now that we have a better chance with that one. All right. Yeah. Then without Luka, we can do something. But after that, I would have no hope.
And I know there was something else that you wanted to touch upon here today about a certain individual for the Rockets and their support system out there for them.
Oh yeah, look, Tari Eason's mom. She's tired of y'all talking shit about her son. Okay, she said she's tired of the trade talks. Wait, did you say you were gonna pull them up, or did you want to read them?
We can read them if you'd like. I know we have the first one was Bordeaux, right? Bordeaux NBA is the first one that I found.
Yeah, that one.
Yep. So Bordeaux says, we talk about the team, Mama Eason, and it is never personal. I can't be positive in every single tweet I post, and even if it's not positive, I'm speaking constructively. I do not understand why that is an issue. Now, Miss Eason responded, there's no way anybody in this Twitter world believes you. Nobody drags my son or these guys as bad as I do. You know what the F I'm talking about, so stop pretending that you don't. Somebody got an effing picture of the last airbender. These guys are effing agenda benders.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, we just keep it at that one. But that is just a little taste of how much he's been going off on everybody, these past couple of weeks. And, usually I call, Houston fans very negative, right? Because we usually are. But for once, like a lot of the criticisms are kind of valid. So it's kind of interesting to see how, the family members react to this because it just kind of shows how much dysfunction we're at right now. Like now the parents are getting involved. You know what I mean? Like it
Well, yeah,
we
because
just got a lot.
everybody's holding the criticism around everyone as a team because they're young. You also have to understand the Houston Rockets are one of the only few teams in the NBA right now with a very young team with a few potential. But the problem is they haven't showed it yet. That's kind of how I look at them. Like you guys have it, you have the pieces, but they don't go out when it matters. So it's just like it's a wash when you look at it. So I can understand the criticism.
Yeah, like they don't look the same. And my thing is like, when we traded for KD, like don't get me wrong, I was excited. I thought it was cool, right? But then when I heard that we gave up Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, I was like, I don't think this is gonna go how everybody thinks it's gonna go, And I feel like they're really missed. Like the energy's not the same. Like, last year we were known for like pushing through, even if it was an ugly game or even if people were messing up, like, they'd get it together at the end or it was at least fun to watch. Now that energy is missing and everybody's just sad and the morale is pretty low. Like, I know we just clinched a playoff berth, but it don't even feel like it because I don't know. It's just dysfunction.
I think I know I think we all know the biggest reason. I mean, no offense.
Go ahead.
He's not a leader. It's straight up. He's not a leader. Let's all sit and be
never,
honest. I don't think.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down, Tina. Let me break it down,
Hey,
Tina.
Vano, you got it.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Clear the lane.
All the time. Here we go.
Listen, KD cannot lead a team. Cannot lead a team. We've seen it in Brooklyn. He couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. First round
exit. Right? You had to go play with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving and James Harden and Russell Westbrook. You also blew a 3-1 lead in the 2016 Conference Finals with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like, what do we?
And
like, he's not a leader. And then you go ahead. On your little thumbs on Twitter talking shit about your teammates.
And then what gets me mad about that too is that while he is doing all this, there's even some documentaries that I've seen KD where he has flat out said, "Hey, I'm just the kind of guy where I just want to lay back." How the fuck are you laying back and then talking stuff on the internet? Excuse my French, but the math doesn't equate.
No, the math is not bad. The math is not bad.
It's not.
It's not mad then. You say you're this guy, but then you double back what you said, and you talk about these teammates and the coaches and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And that's the thing, like some of the, media members have been pointing out like everybody's body language on the court and stuff. And KD like makes snarky remarks about it, but it's like we're looking with our eyes. Y'all don't like each other. Like it is very obvious that there is no chemistry between y'all right now.
At this point, the way it is looking, I don't even think it's that the team don't like each other. And I don't want to say it, but I'm just going to say it like this.
It's KD.
I don't think that people like KD.
It's KD.
I think that's what it is.
I don't think
it's
so.
KD.
I think it's just good for the system because he's a very great universal offensive player. That's literally it. He's a 3-level scorer. He's one of the best 3-level scorers in the league. How are you going to get mad at that if he's doing... That's like me getting mad, but the guy's giving me $100,000.
Like, we get it. Yo, like, KD is one of the greatest scorers. He's a career 50, 40, 90 guy. But you got to step it up, game. Be a fucking leader in that fucking locker room. You're 37 years old. You got young kids around. You got to lead them, bro. And I bet you they grew up watching you as a kid. Looking up to you.
Not many players can pass up MJ.
That's why it was so sad with Jabari. I said Jabari needs to sue for defamation because now every time like he misses a shot, it's like, damn, that's what KD was talking about. or every
I gotta
time,
hear KD say this, say
some
this, say that.
he gets dunked on, it's like, damn, that's what KD was saying. It's just, it's a mess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And even though it's a mess, we will see what the rest of the night holds for them. Hopefully, they'll get their fifth win in a row here, despite all of this weird dysfunction that they're having. They're still up 69-50, so we'll see what that pans out to be. But, Joe's, I mean, some of the questions come into play, too, is, with Tari Eason's mom defending her son, rightfully so. Why any parent's going to defend their son? I mean, I know if any child of mine was getting some scrutiny online, I probably would not be able to hold back, and I would be one of those
Same.
keyboard warriors going after it. But it goes into some of the questioning of how some of the teams feel about these support systems speaking so openly, right? You know that the team doesn't like this because, oh, this is not going to look good against the team, which of course always thinks they take precedent over the player. What do you think about support systems of players, particularly family, coming out and speaking in favor for their kids, sometimes defending them from these writers and critics?
You know, I like it. Okay, even though it's not like the most professional, right? Like, even though technically you should just ignore the haters or whatever, like these media members out here, I don't know about other people's cities, but they are just so damn negative and annoying. Like, they can't even give them their props when they're doing good. So I very much understand the frustration, and I get, if people can say whatever they want to say about my son, why can't I say whatever I want to say back to them? Because part of the reason why people talk so crazy online is that they think that, the like players or nobody's really going to see it or nobody's going to pay attention. So once you actually show them, like, no, like, I see you talking mess, that makes people kind of do it less.
No, I agree with you. How do you feel about the how? Sorry, guys. How do you feel about that, Bando? What do you think about family members sticking up for their, respective NBA family members?
I stand on it. I stand on it. If you're gonna say something, you're gonna expect somebody to say something back. It's like that on the street. When somebody says something to you crazy on the street, you're gonna see something back, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And vice
Yeah,
versa.
I think the key thing here too is how writers and critics do go about their quote unquote constructive criticism, right? It's about how you go about it. You can't just go out and start saying some personal things about somebody when it comes to their game. I think a lot
Oh,
of that happens as well.
Hmm.
speaking of that, using the word constructive criticism, his mom also had a tweet like in response to constructive criticism.
Yes, let me see here. So we have one that was from T Fran saying, defended you against certain Rockets fan, I meant to say. And Miss Eason responded, constructive criticism is calling him trash, literally starting the narrative to trade him. Y'all can play crazy with somebody else. I called them to the yard and I'll do it again. They should stand by everything they said. They started narratives. I'm controlling mine. And
Mhm.
I agree with her on that one. That this kid has no control over who is saying what about him as far as trades. What she's just doing what every mama bear is just trying to do. What do you think here
Protecting
for
their
on that
baby.
one, Tinez?
I'm honestly not mad. I mean, it's his mom's. I mean, I think any parent has the right to do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with speaking up. So I mean, if that's what his mom's gonna do, then hey, do what you gotta do. But at the same time, though, there is gonna get to a point in line where somebody's gonna say something, and
Well, also
you know
there
how that
comes a
goes. You know
point
how
where you
that
gotta be
rabbit
a
hole
little bit
goes.
realistic because he was not doing that great for a minute.
True, true.
Yeah, there was. I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news because I am actually a Tari Eason fan. I think this is he's on a team of just a plethora of talent that is young, and sometimes he kind of gets lost in the mix. I feel like that's what's going on with Tari Eason. But I mean, during that whole scrutiny and during everything that's going on, he played 24 minutes and had 5 points the last game. that they won against the Rockets. The Bucks. So he wasn't heavily involved in that game. The game before that, he was much better with his 30 minutes of play. But across the board, like you said, Joe's, he's not quite maybe where the expectations I'm gonna put it out there as, because in my eyes he's still doing very well this year, all things considered. Everything else, he's still hovering right around the same averages from last year. I think you can talk about this more than I can, Joe. I almost think that this is an Ime Udoka problem.
See, that's the trending hashtag right now is fire Ime, so I don't know, man. Like, depending on how embarrassing this playoff loss is going to be, because we're not going to the finals, so we're just not even going to, entertain that. Depending on how embarrassing it is, Ime's really going to be on the hot seat.
Yeah, he will. He will, especially if it's to a Lakers team that might not have Luka and they get bounced in 5 games. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and discuss a couple other things. We're going to discuss a little bit of Bando's Knicks so that we can clear the floor for Bando there and let him get off on them. And then I can't believe Tinez wants to let me talk about my Hornets a little bit. I'm so thankful for that, my friend. It's we got to give Charlotte some shine.
Tell me all your beautiful righteous gifts, good sir.
And then, of course, we're going to get into a little bit of the MVP race, because things have changed drastically with the narratives in the last 2 weeks.
We all know who the MVP is.
Yeah, and we do, and we're going to get right to it here shortly. But yes, you are right. We all know who the MVP is. I want to let that settle. We're going to let that sit for right now, so that way we can get back to that. But here we'll run a commercial break. Everybody hang around, stay not moved, because we're going to be right not moving with you after these messages.
No, but Friday nights, 9 Eastern, it's the Dribble NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Tap into the Not Move podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the scrap sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcast. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
A whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind. Ringside Rewind.
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wicked.
Our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
The world's game has a new home. Tap into the Not Move podcast every Sunday night at 9 Eastern. It's the football edition, and I'm bringing you the El Uncle Max attack, everything World Cup, every angle, every goal. Breakdowns, laughs, and all the passion in the pitch. Stay locked, stay ready.
Morning bettors, welcome back to Angling the Odds on the Not Move podcast.
Every Monday and Friday, we tear into lines, probabilities, and hidden edges across the boards.
We run the numbers, chart the trends, and find value plays so you can tilt the odds your way.
Live at 10:30 Eastern. Mark it, lock it, and join the conversation.
Hey, everybody, thanks for joining with us. All the shows that you just saw during that break, check them all out. Before us was the MMA show with Jimmy. Zip Zap's on there. Coach shows up sometimes. Southgate is on there. On Tuesdays, Robert with Ringside Rewind. Make sure you check out all the latest on wrestling and WWE. And then, of course, Thursdays, you can catch me here with my boy A-Train and Southgate. We're doing In the Wickets, the hockey show. And everybody just stay not moved with us. We're doing some big things. We've got some big interviews coming up all across the board for Not Moved members, so pay attention. Now, Bando, your New York Knickerbockers are sitting comfortably right now. Well, not so comfortably, but in third place with the Cavs trailing right behind them. Let's talk about your Knicks lately. They're 7-3 in their last 10. What are you thinking, Bando? How are you holding up with them going into the playoffs?
I'm not really worried Only thing I'm worried about is the injuries. Like, are we gonna be able to stay healthy? Like, is Mitchell Robinson gonna stay healthy? Cause that's our anchor. Cause I'm gonna be honest, Cat ain't done nothing. Can't play defense. Can't he could rebound. Yeah, I'll give him the rebounding, shooting. Yeah, the perimeter and interior it was horrible, abysmal. It's abysmal. But then Jalen Brunson, that's my favorite player. But I'm gonna hold everybody accountable. Jalen Brunson has not been playing that great. He has not been playing that great.
Wow, I'm shocked to hear you say that. Honestly,
Brunson
that
has not been
sees
playing that great.
I like to hear that non-biased opinion right there because you were absolutely right. In the loss to the Rockets, he looked dreadful.
It was
Uh,
horrible.
yeah, Tinez, your guys are right behind the Knicks. The Knicks and your team seem to be doing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
You're both successful in your last 10, same identical record, 7-3, and you both have been teeter-tottering this last game. So, do you think you're going to be able to catch up and wrestle that third spot from them?
Oh yeah. I mean, we might be able to, but my only question with it is how Jared Allen's gonna perform. I mean, since he came back with that knee injury, it's just been it's been a little sporadic. I'm not really mad at Donovan Mitchell no more. He's been actually doing a little bit better compared to last week, so thank God. But other than that, I mean, we just gotta stay consistent throughout the depth. I mean, it's just a matter of just staying consistent, like I said. Other than that, there really hasn't been any big eye tears to me, other than just like Bando said, just little minor injuries.
Yeah, and I mean, right now the odds are still showing Joe's that the Knicks are going to be coming out. That everybody's still picking the Knicks as the representative for the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals this year. Everything given. What do you think about that? Because with Cade not with the Pistons, that is a realistic opportunity for them.
Oh yeah, I mean they look cool to me. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't watch too much, of the whole NBA because y'all know my stance on the NBA. But from what I saw, at least the other night, the Knicks look good to me. So I think they could make a promising little run.
Yeah, I know Bando, one team that's ahead of your Knicks that would give you a little bit of a struggle, but seems to be going through some growing pains with Jason Tatum coming back, or the Celtics.
I'm not scared of Boston. I'm not scared of that dirty, trashy city of Boston. I'm not worried about Boston. I'm not. If we could send them home last year, we did that. We're gonna send them home this year. Back to
I
that
mean,
dirty ass city.
please tell us
Thank
how
you.
you really feel.
Thank you.
Now, Boston, though, they still have been doing a good job. They still have been winning. It's just the way they're winning maybe is not what we would expect now that Tatum has been back in the lineup. Um, what if they're just working out these kinks and they find a way to turn it up there in the playoffs, Bando? I think your Knicks are they
They're
gotta
not.
worry.
They're not. Ever since Tatum has come back, they've been horrible.
That's not necessarily 100% true. I mean,
I wouldn't
they've
say
won
that.
games, maybe not in a great fashion, but they
Right.
still won games. They beat the Heat 147 to 129.
The Heat,
Uh,
the Heat, the Heat,
I mean,
the Heat,
to be fair, Grim, he does kind of got a point.
no, it's
the
true. Ever
Heat.
since ever
Are we
since the
serious?
Heat,
The Heat?
yeah, ever since the Heat fired
Isn't
up
isn't this
3 weeks
isn't this
ago,
the
they have
same?
cooled off.
Hold on, isn't this the same Boston team that got belted? They got belted ass by your Charlotte Hornets.
Hey, man, that young talent in Charlotte's coming up. Nothing can stop us. We're all
I'm
the
just
way
Actually,
up.
saying, I'm crediting y'all for that. But that's the same Boston team that got belted by them.
Bando, don't act like your team is too far from that either. Don't worry. It will happen very,
I'm
very
not worried
soon.
about Boston. I'm not scared
Well,
of Boston.
I'm not talking about Boston.
I
I'm talking about
I
here,
mean,
man.
I I have to say this for Boston, right? They beat the Hornets. They beat them on the 29th, and it was 114-99. Now, Boston in that game, that's where Tatum really stepped up. Tatum did do a great job in that game. I have to admit it because I unfortunately watched some of it happen. It was what it was that night. A superior team definitely went into Charlotte and showed them why they are the second seed overall. But to your point, this just looks a little weird right now. With the offense being completely centered around most of what Jaylen Brown was doing all year, them inserting Tatum right now does look just slightly weird. But I don't think we can. I don't think we can count them out. It's Boston. It's Tatum. It's Brown.
We said the
Can't
same
count
thing
those two
last
out.
year. We said the same thing last year. What happened last year?
Tatum got injured.
I'm not hearing that excuse. We were up 3-1. We were up 3-1. I'm not hearing that excuse. We were up 3-1. We were up 3-1. And Jaylen Brown elimination game 6. 9 for 20, inefficient shooting.
Yeah, I mean that did happen.
It did.
And honestly, with the way that team is looking right now for Boston, I don't know. Like, I understand why people can have the benefit of the doubt, but I understand Bando's point though. Tatum's not the same, and it's just like how I've been trying to tell everybody. Like,
And I've said it when he came back. It's gonna be bad for them.
You can be brutally and non-biasedly honest that Tatum is not playing the same right now.
He's not.
And it's
He's not the
going
same
along my
player.
prediction.
So what is crazy of you guys to make that comment for one reason, because he's just coming off an Achilles injury and he's only played a handful of games. You haven't been playing the whole year and you're going to be like, oh, he's not the same. Of course you're not going to be the same. You haven't played because of an Achilles injury and now you're finally getting shoved back into the lineup. Of course, you have to figure. Plus, you don't have Kristaps Porzingis anymore. You have other pieces that have been swapped in and out that are completely different. It's a different team that Jason Tatum has come back into, and they're still winning.
And I get that, Grim, but there's one problem that you're missing outside of all that.
What's that?
The playoffs are coming up, brother. If he performs bad, either way it goes in the playoffs, do you understand how bad the narratives are going to be? Do you understand? It happens to every NBA player.
It's gonna be Jaylen Brown's overrated.
Since he got injured
Tatum's
last
overrated. All types of stuff, and I
happened to
love to
KD
see. I love.
I
recently with
really
BS
think
going
you
on.
guys are underrating the rest of this
Jaylen Brown.
team.
Wait, no, I like him.
Yeah, like Sam Hauser's good, Peyton Pritchard's good, Derek White's good, Gonzalez. I don't know. I like this roster. I don't think we can just count them out. They got to the 3rd seed before Jason Tatum even came back. Joe Mazzulla led this team with no expectations. Did you see what their over was to begin the year?
True.
They weren't expected to be above 500. Their plus odds for this right now, whoever went over on it, everybody's winning right now. Everybody's laughing their way to the bank. So I just I can't believe you said Tatum right there, coming off an Achilles, only playing a handful of games is not the same. And that's just that blows my mind sometimes. Come on.
I gotta be honest with criticism too, and I get it. It's a short period of time, and I can get it. But however way you slice this cake, he's got to go to the playoffs and still find a way to get a ring while sustaining and managing a Achilles tear. There's no way of slicing the cake, brother. That's just how it came out the oven. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, we can agree to disagree because apparently injuries don't factor into your mind, even though you have James Harden on your team. So we'll talk about that another time. But
you're right.
Yeah, because you guys right now are struggling. You guys are struggling without your man Harden.
You're right. You're not wrong. And it's just like how I told you. His volume is decreased, thank God, but it's just we need the facilitation. And I've been saying this to everybody. A lot of people don't understand how important he actually is for facilitating.
Yeah, D. Mitch has been holding it down. Jared Allen, we'll see what he's able to do. But yeah, I think this. I'm not going to put the stake in the Celtics until I see it happen. I can't. Just until it happens. Bando, I hope it happens to your team. Because that would be nice to see the Knicks overcome the Green Monster and get to the finals that way. Bando probably having a little bit of technical issues right now with us, but we'll hold it down with him until he gets back. Now, Joe's the MVP race is heating up, and I know that. unfortunately, right now, maybe one of your Rockets is not in the conversation, but
I don't. None
another
of them
big
deserve
player.
MVP.
Well, another big player in Texas does
There
deserve
we
that
go. Just kicking
consideration,
off.
and it's Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama right now has started coming up into the MVP chatter, specifically the last 2 weeks. And especially Victor's stats the last 4 games alone, the last 3 games are just really backing up his case. Just a night ago, 41 points, 18 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 assists. Night before that, or 2 nights before that, 41 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 4 assists. Um,
Can I
yeah,
say
I'm
it, Graham?
moved.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I'm moved.
You can
Can I
go
say
first,
something?
Fando.
1B is gonna be first team All NBA, first team All Defense, MVP, and DPOI. He's winning. He's respectfully.
And he's averaging 40.
I mean, at this point, it's
And
kind
a
of
15
obvious.
rebound piece.
And I don't want to hear SGA, 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 SGA. No, it's Wemby. What he said. 50% of the game is defense.
I am a fan of SGA, but I love the full game of basketball, defense and all. And when I see a man like Victor Wembanyama putting up the points he does, leading the league for a third consecutive year in blocks, um, I can't vote for anybody else. I can't. I'm moved by Victor Wembanyama. That's what I get moved by. Tinez, I know you said specifically though that you held him a little bit higher than another big man in the NBA right now. You definitely think he's moved past him.
It's close, but I have to give him the edge. I have to give Wemby the edge. It's very close.
It's close.
It is.
It's
With him and
close.
Jokic? With him and Jokic?
It's not close. Wemby
Come
clears
on,
him.
gang. You can't do
This
that.
season, Wemby clears him. This season, Wemby
Because
clears
look,
him.
here's why I say it's close. Here's why I say I give Jokic a little bit more grace because he's still being consistent. Even though I get it, he's not scoring as much the same. His points have dropped a little bit, but his facilitating and rebounding has been completely staying consistent, and he's doing this without key players like Aaron Gordon, without Payne Watson, who are very key scorers into that scheme, especially alongside with an Aaron Gordon, who usually helps him a lot on the defensive
What
side.
about the defense, Tinez?
No, and I get that. That's what I'm saying. He's still being consistent though on the offensive ends, especially even in rebounding. He's still giving you about 25, 10, and 10.
But Tinez, the fact that you had to give us the disclaimer of I gotta give him some grace,
I
that
get it.
kind of says enough.
You gotta
I
give him
get
some
it.
grace. It's
It's a
crazy. He's
preference.
clear
I
cut
know.
the
If,
MVP
That's why I
if
and
you
said I
have to
give
give
him
DPOI.
him
the
grace,
edge. That's why I said I give Wemby, but I still got my eye on Jokic. That's all I'm saying. I still
Jokic
got
is
my
my. I'm a Jokic fan. I love Jokic. Jokic is my favorite big
I
man in the
know,
league.
but
But
oh yeah,
Bando,
nah.
look,
it's
Bando, all I'm
Wemby,
saying
bro.
is we all
It's
know how that
Wemby.
guy is, bro. Like, there's moments where he can have moments like this, and it could be playoff time, and he's just putting up 40, 50 numbers. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just looking like this. That's just how I see it. Like, right
Yeah.
now, I'm leaning towards Wemby, but I can see Jokic coming when it needs to be time. We just gotta see. We just gotta see. That's how I'm looking at it. We just gotta see. I don't know.
Yeah, and right now, according to one outlet that I'm seeing here, the Kia MVP ladder outlet, Wembanyama's number one, followed by Shea, and then Jokic and Doncic. Of course, Luka was on his way up that ladder, given all the narratives being pushed about him from all the LA media. They really wanted to see him get that trophy this year. Oh my goodness. But Luka's numbers, very impressive, all things considered, that he only really started playing defense the last couple years. But I definitely think now nobody has to even consider him in the running, given what just happened. But Joe's, what about Shea? Our man Shea, he's still doing his thing, still going out there and leading. Do you think he's gonna still bounce back and be a back-to-back MVP this year?
Number one, I don't think he's still doing everything, and you forgot to mention still flopping.
Bring that in. Yep,
I
yep,
don't
yep,
think
yep,
floppers should get MVP.
yep.
And even if he wasn't flopping as much, I don't think he's done anything this season to justify a back-to-back MVP. You know.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about that, Tina? I mean, if you just look at the raw numbers, without taking any of that, yeah, last season was definitely a better caliber season for MVP for sure for Shea, but he's still he's still just absolutely crushing it this season too.
I mean,
Over 30 points a game, still high efficiency, especially for
see,
in his 3-point shooting.
see, it's kind of hard though to really fully make a confirmed decision because there's already other players in that relative factor. For example, Wembanyama, in this case, where he's actually doing very popular right now. The way I kind of see Shea's position, it's kind of one of those where you have to put yourself in the shoe and say, are we willing to let this man get away with it twice? Because it's easy to get it one time, but getting it twice, that puts you at a whole different standard. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, with Jokic, for example, with him getting back to back, that shit was out the water. I mean, most people actually think even Embiid should have got the first one. So to me, it's a little harder to actually get something more than once. If anything, especially when somebody is relative. So if anything, I think it's just more of they're just trying to pick their poison. I think that's what the media is trying to do. They're just trying to pick their poison and see how it goes to the end of the season.
Yeah, probably right. I mean, I think it might be comfortable to say right now that we might be finally seeing the end of the Jokic train in conversation for MVP for the next couple years. I think he had his time to shine, just like when Embiid, they really pushed for him and Giannis. Notice how Giannis really isn't in the MVP conversation anymore, even though he was still doing Giannis like things. Now it really seems like everything has switched to Shea and Victor. The future is here. The future in the NBA is now, and those two seem to be the chosen ones to lead the way. Now, there is my team who I am very happy to say is in the running for the playoffs right now, and that is the
Oh,
Charlotte Hornets.
can you tell me there's a chance? For the love of God, please tell me my hypothesis is correct.
Well, they have a chance to jump over two teams here soon, being the Raptors and the 76ers. I would love to see them get into that sixth position and have a nice
Look,
uh
no, no, don't even do that. Just stay in the eighth
Wait,
seed
wait,
and
wait,
just
wait, wait,
spank the
wait,
Pistons, please.
wait, wait, wait. If y'all go to the 60, that means we play y'all first round.
yeah, and that means the Knicks will probably get bounced
That's
in
why I want
six in
them
the
to stay.
first round.
But see, look, Bando, hear me out. If they
That's
stay in the
funny.
eighth seed, that means they could kick the Pistons out the first round.
Nobody.
That means
I'm gonna
no,
say
no,
like
no.
this game.
But you don't get it.
Nobody's
That
worried about
means
the
that the
Pistons.
No, no, just hear me out. That means that the Eastern Conference Finals will be a wide open between the Knicks, the Cavaliers, and Boston.
I'm
Because
not
think
worried
about it,
about
we're gonna then
Pistons.
beat the next. We're probably gonna beat the Hornets. Let's all be honest. If we were to face the Hornets and if they were staying in the eighth seed, we'll probably beat the Hornets. But it will I can see us probably going in a stretch at the game 6, 7.
We'll
That's why I said
probably
that.
spank you guys too. Uh, so
Yeah,
Love you
okay.
too, Graham.
now, right now, though, the Hornets, I do got to say, I'm very happy to see they're playing a lot of team ball, especially they're using the 1-2 punch of LaMelo and Brandon Miller, which they should with filtering Con Knipple in there as they have. But with Kobe White being on the team, I love having that backup point guard handle and stability that Kobe White provides. Plus, Miles Bridges filling in the gaps, and I don't know. I don't see them winning in the first round, no matter who they play. Honestly, if it's the Knicks, I see them out in 5 or 6. Just they would give the Knicks a game just because the young guys are there. They want to show up. No, Bando, your Knicks aren't capable of sweeping anybody this year. No, I mean, you guys are not capable of sweeping anybody this year. Let's stop pretending. And then the Cavaliers, I think they would beat us in 5.
I gave you Grayson said 6. My God.
I think 5 for the Cavs. I think they're just more of a better fit to beat than the Knicks would be. The Knicks would get them in 5 or 6, but I just think the Cavs have a better fit to beat the Hornets. But what's really going to happen here is we're going to have to see more develop. This is a next year and the year after team. This is one of those teams where it's like, cool. It's nice to see Charlotte in there since they had Michael Jordan at the helm for so long, who did not help their case for becoming a better team year in, year out. Great player, not
horrible
maybe
owner.
Not one of the best owners in
Doesn't know
history.
talent. He don't know what talent is.
Nah, doesn't seem like it when it comes from an analyzing perspective. No, but Charlotte, if they jump up, they also have the opportunity. Bando, the Hawks have still been playing well. They're 8-2 in the last 10, winners of 3. But if they win these next couple games and the Hawks either win one, lose one, they're right below them. But still have to worry about the Raptors.
That will probably happen because they face us soon.
Well, the Raptors, I'm still not completely lost on. I think the Raptors are still kind of like in that same position as the Hornets, a little bit young. They're incorporating a lot of young players.
Oh, I thought you mentioned Hawks. My bad. Because I know you said the Hawks earlier. Yeah, because we face the Hawks in like the next 2-3 games, I think.
Yeah, you guys do play the Hawks. Yeah, I think the Hawks are going to stand pat. The way everything shakes out, I think the Hawks are standing pat at 5. I think the Hornets will take the 6th seed because I just think the 76ers and Raptors are going to fall. So the Hornets, maybe we'll see you guys in the first round, Bando, and you guys can kick us out in 5 games. Who knows?
That's going to happen.
Hey, I can't disagree. I will root all the way until you finally do put that belt to ass, but we'll still be there in purple and neon looking mighty fine.
And I'm gonna be in my Knicks jersey with the butt in my hand.
You're probably right about that. Yeah, probably right about that. Now, Joes, is there anything else that you wanted to touch upon before we get on out of here for this edition of the Dribble?
No, but thanks for having me on. This was fun, especially to say this was my first show. So, yeah.
And we couldn't ask for a better Texas participant. Joe's is going to be joining us a lot in the future coming up, especially for football. She is our Houston Texans representative. She's a CJ Stroud truther. So get ready to see a lot of those facts being spit from down in Houston from Joe's coming up in the offseason. Bando, anything you want to leave us with, brother?
Fuck Bolson.
I knew it.
Very aggressive, but there is that. And how about you, Tinez?
I mean, I would say what Bando said, but hey, playoff time is here.
Yeah, you know what? Playoff time is here.
Hey,
playoff time is here, and Bando's in the mood for it.
Let's go home. All right, let's go home. Somebody's got to get a trophy, and somebody's gonna have to go home. So.
Well, we hope you join us next week. Same time, same channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be back with the Dribble. Same faces, different rotations. You're going to see us spitting all the facts. Anybody wants to join us, please reach on out, but make sure you have those good facts to back yourself up with. And, of course, if anybody wants to catch us on any of our other shows on the Not Move podcast, remember, Tuesdays, Robert, Ringside Rewind. Thursdays, In the Wickets, me, A-Train, Southgate. Friday, us, right after the MMA show. All of us join you here at 9 p.m. Jimmy's MMA show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, we got the draft coming up, and stick with us for one little ad here that we got to play out. But hey, we will catch you guys next time on the Dribble Not Moved.
Teaming up with BetUS, the sports book that lets you wager anywhere in the country.
And we're giving you a massive edge. Use promo code NOTMOVE when you sign up and get a 100% match on your first 3 deposits.
Plus, there's a 200% crypto bonus up to $27.50. Football, hoops, baseball, soccer, it's all in play.
Think you know sports? Ride with the underdog. Get in on Pick'em or Best Ball. Make your moves and watch the games come alive. Play $5, get 100 instantly when you sign up with promo code NOTMOVED. Turn every drive, dunk, and homer into a payday. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and start winning.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Oh, the Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chain link O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's
Grab
gone.
yours now at Not Move Shop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need. Pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording, and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better Good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
Basketball nights just got even bigger. With NMP and MyBookie, you can bet on every matchup, no matter where you live. Tap in, pick your spread, and watch the action unfold. Start wagering in every state with NMP and their sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Use promo code NOTMOVED for up to $125.
The Not Move podcast is fueled by Dubby Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up Dubby.gg, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Today's episode is brought to you by the NFL Pro Shop. If you want to rep your squad with fresh gear, this is where you get it.
Jerseys, hats, hoodies.
Even the sideline stuff. It's all there and it's all official. Hit the Not Move link in our bio. Gear up for
right here on TikTok. The Not Move podcast presents you Southgate's Parlays. Break the bookies, not your bank. For just $9.99 a day or $49.99 a week, you get the daily fire picks delivered straight to your phone and a direct line to Southgate himself in our private Discord. Tap the link, grab your membership at NotMoveShop.
Not Move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee, watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.